as far as, yep.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for participating again.
Hi, everyone. This is Andrea Smith with the Building Industry Association of Washington.
Hey, Andrea, thanks for being on.
My name's Darren Graham with BHC Consultants.
Awesome. Thank you, Darren.
I'm Annie with Peninsula Housing Authority, and prior to having this role here at the Housing Authority, I was a plans examiner for 12 years and had a building design company for about 10 years. And I participated in the IRC tags back to about 2003 with a hiatus for the 2018 code. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Annie. Welcome back then. Fabulous. And then we have staff, of course, and John and Serena, would you like to introduce yourselves? That way everybody knows who you are, and we won't have to go through as many introductions. Again, in the future meetings, we kind of do it first a couple of times so everybody gets to know who everybody is. And then as subsequent meetings go on, we won't have to do that, in my opinion. So, except for guests, of course.
Sure. I'm John McIntyre. I'm the code specialist for, or one of the code specialists here at the SBC on the staff side. So I manage the IBC code and the IRC code. I'm new to codes. I was prior to this, I was a contractor for the last 7 years, just doing remodels and building new houses. And so I'm new to the state as well. I've been here for, gosh, I guess it's been going on 8 months now. So glad to be here, and let me know how I can help in the future.
Thanks, John.
Hi, my name is Serena Grimes. I am the admin assistant here at SBCC, and I'm just here to help take meeting minutes and assist John.
Cool.
And
Welcome,
Stoyan would
everybody.
get mad if I didn't say, Stoyan's not here, so I have to say it. We're mad at her because she came. She's doing a fantastic job, and then she is leaving because she got a very good promotion. So we'll have her through until into January, and then she's going to be leaving us. So I have to step in and pretend to be Stoyan for a little bit. So.
Uh-oh.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, but thank you for all your help.
Yep. Congratulations on the good promotion, and sorry you're leaving us at such short term, but that's okay. It happens. All right, cool. Well, we're going to jump into it. Like I said, I know I've received feedback from some of you that need code books. And as I mentioned, just no budget. So what we're going to go through today is just to discuss the chapters and chapter reviews, and hopefully get some volunteers for specific or for chapters instead of some voluntold, because I can't do it all. And go from there. And I know that we also have some appendices. The nice thing is we do not have to do the entire IRC. The mechanical tag chair, Carolyn, reached out and said, hey, do you want us to do the chapters that cover mechanical for the IRC and all those other ones? And that will be great. Really, it covers a lot of those items that we don't have to cover. So we definitely today want to discuss getting assignments for chapters 1 through 11, and then the appendices that the state adopts at this time. And then we can kind of discuss if we want to look at the rest of the appendices and see if we want to adopt any of those. I'm not sure if you all are aware, we do not adopt all the appendices in the IRC, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't review them for some level of adoption if somebody finds value in those. That way, other jurisdictions will have the opportunity to adopt those if they would like to and use them. But yeah, so John, do I actually need to review and approve the agenda? If I do, I'll do that.
Yeah, for Robert's rules, yes, we have to motion to have those approved and seconded.
All right, so I guess I'll, as the chair, need a motion to approve the agenda if there's no changes.
This is Glenn. Move to approve.
All right, sounds like we had a motion, and maybe somebody else was doing that. There's a second there, Quinn.
Sure.
Awesome. All right, any modifications or discussion on the agenda? Excellent. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Excellent. All right, there you go, John. Technicality out of the way.
Thank you.
All right. So, like I said, today should be a short meeting. Future meetings will probably be a lot longer and have a lot more discussion going on. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, John sent out an email, and if we need to refresh that email, we can and send it out again. But he provided some documentations. Of course, I don't have it up all of a sudden. How did I fail in that sense? All right.
Did you want to share?
If you got it up, you can share, but you don't have to share the email. I was going to share the spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing I didn't pull up, of all things. So if you share it faster than I get it, then that's awesome.
Which one are you talking about? The existing amendment review?
Yes.
Let's see, this one. I think this is it. Is that the one?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so if you folks have not gotten this, please let us know. We'll make sure to send it out again. It should have been part of an email where John was so graciously to provide several links. Yeah. And then I provided a follow-up link with the, is that a cheat sheet for Robert's rules? I don't remember what the hell I sent out. Too many emails back. But again, this is what we're going to be working off of. And so we're going to need some volunteers for the individual chapters. And what we're doing here is, if you see along the top, it's just some basic information and title, subject, 2018 section number, 2021 section number. It gives kind of your recommendation as a tag member and any comments that you want to include there. And that's really it. It's kind of going through and comparing what we've got and what's coming up in the 2021. That about summarize it, John?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's it. Just going through and there is a column that we added here for staff recommendation, because for those of you that don't know Stoyan, he's very active in the code side. So we've got that right here, so we can put our recommendation in there if there is one. And this also helps take some of the onus off y'all, so that we're sharing the burden, sharing the load of reviewing this. And then more eyes are better, obviously. So we've got more people looking at it. So that's about it.
Okay. John,
So
do you want? Go ahead.
This is specific to the existing amendments, the existing state amendments, or are we talking about the new 2021 code with regards to this particular table?
Yeah, this is for the existing amendments. So you can see, do we repeal the existing amendment or keep it? So we're just going through and looking and trying to make a determination of what's the proper step in the process. So.
Okay, yeah, so for existing.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to point out something, this is all IBC chapters here in this document.
Yeah, I'm actually noticing that. I'm not sure.
The document got renamed,
right
but
there.
yeah.
So, Serena, hey, do you happen to know did you make one specific to the IRC? Because it says IRC all over it, and then it says IBC down here. There's no big deal. I can also just do it, old school like this, and just say chapters 1 through 11, and then put the appendices in there, and then I can send out a revised version of that as well. So good catch. I was looking at that myself.
That is a good catch. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
still new to it. I know there's a lot of correlation between the IRC and IBC, but yeah, I can revise that and send that
Shoot it out again.
new one out. Mhm.
So some of the chapters don't actually have amendments at the state level.
I'm happy to take chapters 1 through 5.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Is it? Well, I don't even know how many people were splitting this up. It's kind of tough, like how many people are even doing this. And
No, that makes sense. Hopefully each member here on the tag would take at least one chapter. So I don't want to overload too many folks, especially you, Jen. On top of that, you know, working for Seattle, and we do our own technical code development, of course. And so I have some staff that can help with some of this. So I don't want to burden too much of everybody, but I do think that going through 5 chapters might be a little much, but
okay.
Especially at this point, we really only need to cover 11 chapters. And chapter 1, there's probably not going to be many Washington state amendments in there. I'm going back to the WAC at this point. And there's a few. And then it doesn't look like there's any for chapter 11 itself, since we don't technically adopt chapter 11. So really it's chapters 1 through 10.
And I think most of the amendments are 3 through 6 in a way.
Yep. So Jen, if you'd be happy to maybe take, if you said the first 5 chapters, 1 through 5.
Sure. I mean, I can take, you know, chapter 3 or
Okay.
1 through 3 if you think 1 and 2 don't have that much going on.
I can jump in and take 4 and 5.
There we go. All right, we're gonna start writing this down. All right, Jen, sounds great. 1 through 3. And then was that Annie? I'm sorry,
Yes.
I'm on 2 different screens here. I apologize. Let me get back and see who's actually speaking. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. And you said 4 and 5?
Yes.
Oh, John's already like throwing it out there. Okay. I can definitely do 6 and 7 if you'd like. That leaves 8, 9, and 10. And then some appendices. What else do we have on the list? Quinn, Michelle, and Darren.
I don't know if I was supposed to since I'm an alternate, but I'll take whatever. Yeah, I could do 8, 9.
Okay. And then
And then-
Michelle. Oops, sorry.
You can put me down anywhere where you guys are duplicating. I can take up one of those.
Okay.
So 6 or 7.
Okay.
And then Micah, can you put me at 3 as well? Because I have a few items from other groups that I wanted to talk to Jen about and the group. So we could double dip on that one.
That'd be great. Okay. And then, John, if you want to add to your list, let's do appendix. What we have currently showing is the reference standards, appendix F. Appendix Q. Oh, what did I just lost? Appendix U, appendix T, and appendix B. I think I'm forgetting one. AF. Well, that's still right on. That's weird. That's table. Okay. So those are the ones we currently V, not B, appendix V, sorry. not
Oh,
B.
V.
I'm sure that's my fault, not speaking towards the microphone.
Micah, you could put me at 10 as well, chapter 10, since that one has three amendments there.
All right, well, you can put me down for appendix Q since I wrote most of that last cycle. It should be pretty quick and easy. Quick and painless. And then, Darren, if you're on, would you mind having a look at the other
Yeah.
appendices are pretty easy. The only one I think may have a little more involvement is appendix T on the solar ready. And before we assign, I was gonna say, before we assign appendix T, let me reach out to Carolyn because they may be covering some of this. And if not, maybe I'll reach out to the energy code tag to see where we want to kind of combine that one.
Okay, so F, U, and V. Is that
Sounds
what you're?
perfect.
Okay,
Sounds perfect. And those are fairly short.
okay.
Do you want to do all those, Darren?
I can pick them up if they're, they're pretty short and simple. Well, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, especially the two fire sprinkler ones. V is literally 2 sentences.
Yeah, Micah, we have another one for a whack for the 2904 dwelling unit fire sprinkler system. Is that separate from that's going to be separate from the appendix? So do you want to combine that?
Yes, thank you for identifying that one. Yeah, we probably should have a couple of folks look at that one. Any volunteers on that one? I will probably just review that one. Again, it's one I had a significant hand in modifying last cycle.
And which was that? I apologize, I didn't catch that.
It's section 2904. So technically it's a chapter.
But can we just combine that with the appendix D?
Sure. That might actually be a good idea.
Is it appendix D or V?
V.
Okay.
Yeah, V is fire sprinklers, and then that chapter 2904 is also fire sprinklers.
U and V are covered a similar topic, as well as chapter 29 or 2904. Does that work for you, Darren? We're sitting here volunteering you for something.
I'm looking at my 2021 IRC. I got one, and I don't have a U in it. Maybe it's they do not have an appendix U.
So what we'll have to do is we'll do a little correlation. John, we may have to provide appendix U is, oh my gosh, where'd I go?
That a previous add-on from the state, or this may be a well, it's probably the first printing.
It is probably, how am I going to word that? Appendix U, what am I missing, is technically chapter 29 of the IRC. So the state appendix U is chapter 29. Does that help, Darren?
Yep.
Okay. And I should probably do that with a few others, and I apologize for not being more prepared for some of these.
And then Michelle, I apologize. You had volunteered for 6. Did you also want 7 to help Micah with that, or just 6?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, fantastic. And I know, like I said, I know some of you had requested printed copies. I will go back through my emails and discuss more thoroughly with John and Stoyan how we can get some printed copies, even if I have to go steal some from my office. Maybe I can talk to Wabo into donating some of these. That might be an option as well. So I think there was only 3 or 4 of you that needed or requested the IRC, the printed version.
When do we need to have this done by?
Great question. Did we decide to have a meeting right before Christmas, John? Or was it after?
No, sir, it's after. So the next meeting would be, let's see, upcoming meetings. Now, let me just go to the page. And here's the residential code tag. So I've been updating this. And you can see those next meetings that are coming up. So it looks like the next one is January 10th.
Okay. So if we can, I know that chapter 3 is going to be the bulk of the work. So why, where did the list? Can you bring your list right back up for me, John, of the assignments? So Jen, why don't we have 1 and 2 done, and then I would say everything, maybe we could try to get to all the chapters except for chapter 3 by the next meeting, since there's not a significant amount of changes in those other chapters. The bulk of the work is in 3, I believe. And then we can save 3 and the appendices for the meeting, future meetings. Does that sound good? And that's being, I'm anticipating us getting through a lot. That may not happen, but that would be my thought. Is that too short of a timeline for you folks to get through those amendments for those chapters?
I can wrap up 4 and 5 in that time frame.
Okay, awesome.
Yep, works for me.
Okay. And then Jen, you're going to be doing 1 and 2 by then?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Because I know 3 is going to take a lot of work, and I've already have some Seattle staff working on part of 3 as well. So hopefully that'll help. And but my staff's going to go through each section, not just the amendment. So yeah. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to get done today, is just to get some assignments. Like I said, I know future meetings will be much longer. Getting through some of these things and discussing and taking votes and everything else, and going from there. So are there any questions on those assignments, or any concerns, or questions on the layout of the spreadsheet or anything like that?
I guess I do have a question on the spreadsheet. John, are you going to update that spreadsheet, or is the expectation the tag members fill in the blank?
No, I'll update it. So what we'll do is I'll update this so that these mirror the IRC like it's supposed to. And then this through here, what I'll do is I'll resend it back out. And then for your section, for each of the sections that you're responsible for, it'll have your name in here as the tag member. And then you just fill in these sections. And I can even share with you, let's see, I'm not sure if I have it. There may be an older version of one over here. So you can kind of see how we did it before. You see how these are, authority, keep existing amendment, and then it just goes down. This is how we were filling it out before.
I think there's a little bit of lag in your screen share. There it goes for me.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
So some of these, and then, before we were making notes over here, either Stoyan and I, we just added a column for that. So it's pretty straightforward. It's just the basics, going through and looking at each of these sections.
So are we determining what the modifications might be and trying to put that in here? Or are we just literally saying either we keep it or this is gone now, or it needs to be modified?
Yeah, just the basics. Like we keep it, it's gone now, or it needs to be modified is essentially what we're looking for. That's really mostly what we're focusing on initially. So it'll be
Perfect.
something similar to that when it's all done.
Because I think the way that the time frame looks is between now and March, we're just looking at these existing amendments. And then after March, after, whenever the deadlines are for the proposals, then we look at the proposals after March, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. In March, April, we're not exactly sure. It's going to depend on a few different things from timing. That's one of the things Stoyan is currently working on, is what are those timeframes and what are the meetings that we need to have in other parts of the council to get to that point. So that's exactly the time frame that we're anticipating.
Right. I think in there as well, we can mention that if we do recommend changes to sections, whether that is just going straight to the IRC base code language, or if you're recommending modifications, I think in that time frame we can discuss those modifications a little bit if we want to make that recommendation, or have somebody submit a proposal to make those changes. So I think
Yeah, like get a head start on it, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I also think, John, any proposal that we make to make a code language change still has to be in by the same deadline as everybody else.
Yes.
So. Okay. And I appreciate everybody's time, and bearing with me. I'm new to chairing this group. I participated before, but not really on the back end of layout and work and expectations. So I appreciate everybody's patience, and we will muddle our way through this the best we can. But this is, it's not life ending. We've got a few deadlines, but it should go just fine. And I appreciate all the help and participation. And on with that, is there any other business based on the agenda? All right, crickets. It's not even crickets, it's just silent. That's okay too. Because in future meetings, I'll just start calling on people. Hey, but the nice thing is today we didn't have to voluntold anyone. So I appreciate everybody who's volunteering their time and effort. I know it's a lot of work and fitting it in. And so with a short meeting like this, I hope we can give you quite a bit of time back today to get some stuff done. So that's it for me. Are there any other items from anybody else before I adjourn? All right, sweet.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, you as well.
Yeah, you too.
Wonderful holidays. Thanks, everybody. And we will talk to you after the first of the year.
All
Take
right.
care, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Hopefully you're okay with short meetings every now and then.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I figured that was all we needed to cover, was just to get some assignments out there. Now we have the spreadsheet out there.
Yeah, that's fine. And it's always an interesting month. So that works
Yeah.
nice. I'll send those out to everybody just as a review, just so everybody has them as well.
Cool. I think we've covered all the sections that we'll need to cover. If we don't, I'm going to reach out to Carolyn again and the energy code, or the energy tag on the solar panels. We'll probably have to coordinate a few things, but we'll go from there.
Yeah, and then let me know if there's anything you want me to do too. That's what I'm here for.
I appreciate it. I think we're good. That was a nice catch on that from Jen on the spreadsheet. I didn't even catch that. So,
Yeah.
So if you guys modify that, it'd be super helpful, and then shoot it back out to us. But like I said, I've already got my staff working through some of these. We do it for ourselves anyway.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just
Yeah, I'll get that revised and send it out.
But cool. All right, man. Well, I appreciate all the help, and you have a wonderful. Actually, I'll see you this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Has that gone out? Hold on, before we get off here, do I actually have that on my thing? I don't know if I actually have that meeting. Would you guys mind sending that out for like a calendar invite?
Yeah, sure.
For Friday's meeting? That's awful helpful, by the way, for me. So,
Yeah, you
all
bet.
right,
We can do that.
cool. Well, then
All
I
right.
will see you on Friday.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, sir. Have a great one. Bye.
Bye now.